No, no, no. I was like, bro, why would you snap a picture when the Titans are up 10-0? And once once the Ravens come back by 13 or something like that, tie the game or something like that, and you say, "Oh my god!" Like I think that was a cold, like you were just like you should not jinx. I think you jinxed it because I was like, should I text him and tell him that? But I was
Yeah,
just
my
like,
my apologies to you if you're a Titans fan and you're watching this. I'm deeply sorry. I may have screwed you guys up. I may have screwed it up for you guys.
I know Titan fans will come back at us and be like, "Oh, you guys cost us the game." Like we sorry. We're just calling it as it is. Like you got if you're a Titans fan, like I'm sorry that y'all lost the game, but we didn't
Sorry, but it's
jinx
my
it.
fault. That's my fault for you guys.
But what did you take away from that game?
I took away that the Titans are another team that really needs some help on defense, well as the Browns. Also, so it seems like Lamar Jackson's gonna be tough to stop, but I think Buffalo's up to the challenge. I think they match up pretty well.
Let me just say this. Lamar Jackson is almost like Michael Vick in his prime.
Yeah,
Because Michael Vick, he was fast, he could run, he could run the ball, and look what Lamar Jackson's doing for Baltimore. He's doing the same thing.
right.
So, like, how are you going to catch up with a quarterback that is so fast? Like, I think that you know, to me, he looks like Michael Vick in his prime.
All right,
What, you're not
not gonna
going to
lie.
jinx?
What?
I said you're not going to jinx any more games.
Hopefully not, but I've got to be honest with you, Ty. I I really do not want a running back on. I really don't want a running a quarterback back on my team because the moment and that team start to figure him out and which is just is here's at the moment and once the teams that has to figure out how to keep him from running is that's usually when the quarterbacks start throwing and they tend to yield a lot of interceptions when they start when they start to to pass the ball a bit more because I usually at that point in their career, all they've really done is run the ball. And when I was when I was when I was ah when I watched that week a 14 game uh, between the Browns and the Ravens, Lamar Jackson threw a couple of balls where if the Browns had some half decent defensive backs in that game, they would have been intercepted, and the Browns honestly might have gotten a win that game.
You talking about when we lost six to something like that? Was that week 14 or week 1?
That was week 1.
Oh,
Week 14 was when both teams put up nearly 50 points.
because I thought it was either week 14 or week 1, something like that.
Yeah. Week one was a completely different Browns team. As a matter of fact, that Browns team that we saw in week 1 is probably the actual Browns team, and the Browns team.
Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
So the Browns team that we saw in week 1 is probably the actual Browns team, and the Browns team we have now is probably just a bunch of imposters, because I don't know a Browns team that actually goes to the playoffs and gets a win against the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Wait. So you're saying the team from week 1
is probably the actual Browns team that we're actually used to, and these guys that we have now are a bunch of fakers. But hey, I'll take it. Get those actual Browns players can stay as far away from the field as possible.
I think week 1, like every team tries to figure out, where they're like where the plays, and try to figure out, who's going to get the ball more.
Right.
Because I can say this: you and me, we both play. You and me, we both play sports. You play baseball. I play basketball and league. We play in a league.
Right.
So it's different. Week 1 or practice 1, you're figuring things out. Like, I think every football team week 1 is trying to figure out where am I supposed to be, and what's the game plan, because no one knows, like, let me say this, what the Steelers game plan is, or Baltimore's game plan, or Cincinnati's game plan is. So, like, you gotta figure out, where people, like, where you're going to be, because come week 1, whoever you gotta be ready for them.
That is true. Got to be prepared for whichever team you're facing next.
Because you don't want to make it seem like, oh, I'm just going to go out and have the best game of my life.
Right.
and no one can't do that. Like you just gotta figure it out. It takes time to figure stuff out.
Right.
So like I think week 1 Browns they were trying to figure things out, and now they figured things out.
That could also be very, very true about that could also so be very, very true about what's happening. Thing. I'll tell you this much. 2021 is looking to be about as weird of a year as 2020. Maybe even weirder.
I can say this, like I can say this that my I think week 1 we didn't have Miles Garrett, right? On defense, right?
No, we did.
Because
We
I
did.
think
He was on the
we
field.
did.
Yeah, we did.
I thought he was out for a couple of games. Maybe last year. Maybe I'm thinking last year. But I think, the Browns from week 1 figured it out. They figured it out. They just have to figure out, you know, what they're going to do.
Right.
Because
Well,
we can't tell what they're going to do
right.
on Sunday against the Chiefs.
Hopefully they're gonna do good things. Hopefully good things. And this Browns team has performed at best when the bracket is up against the wall, and well, yeah, they're back up against their back is still up against the wall right now.
Yeah, because nobody, I think, um, you and me believe in the Browns, and like Browns Nation believes in them. But I think nobody's seen the Browns making the playoffs this year. You know?
All right, then of course, none of the networks want the Browns in the playoffs because it won't get them the views and the publicity that they want from drawing from a large market like uh, like the Patriots or Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But on but on the flip side, I also will not be surprised if there was a huge influx of people wanting to watch the Browns. Be, Browns because they're actually doing something now. Gotta knock on wood to hope that comes true.
Yeah, because they're actually doing something
Fingers still
that,
crossed.
hey, my fingers are crossed too. They're finally doing something. I think we found the right quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
All right, right.
Because
Sadly, lots and lots of people would not say the same, but I am not. I'm not one of those people. Oh, by the way, wait, I've actually, I believe it, but or not, I have a, but or not, I whenever for the Browns play, I scrambled to put on my